Hey man, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's okay. It is really early Friday morning, December 29th here in Frederick. And in fact, it's approaching 4 o'clock in the morning. It's about 3:45. And I guess if you read the description down below, you can see that this is a final Triptides video. Well, I found a dealer somewhere overseas. It's a guy, Mitchell. His ID is Buck D61, BUCKD61. And what a great dealer this guy is. Really great communication. He gave me a really great deal on 3 Triptides 7-inch records. And those records basically completed my entire collection. Just those 3 records, that's all I really needed, because I have everything else, as far as I know, anyway, as far as Discogs has listed. So I'm going to show you everything all over again. The albums, or the 12-inch records, which is about a dozen, and then like 10 7-inch records. Last time it was a dozen 12-inch records and 7 7-inch singles and EPs. So here you go. This is the whole thing. I just wanted to give a shout out to Buck D61 because he was so helpful in completing my collection, and just a great person. He's a friend of mine now on Discogs because he was so great, and is actually keeping an eye out for another record for me, Frankie and the Witch Fingers. So this guy, he's got tentacles all over the place, looking for different things, and it's really appreciated. Thank you, Mitchell, so much. So here's the first album, first 12-inch by Triptides. This is a re-release. This was originally released as a cassette tape, and this re-release, it's the first time on vinyl. So, and I'm going to pull this out and show you. I'm going to do everything I did in the other video that I did about a week and a half ago. Oops. Here it is without the plastic sleeve. It's a really nice package. All right. No insert. The only thing that was in here was this thing. And maybe I'll glue it to the package. Thanks for purchasing this record, R-Put. Anyway, R-Put Records. And if you remember, this is a really beautiful disc. And I noticed, you know, if the label was twisted about 15 degrees. No. If it was twisted about, what's a quarter of 90? Like 23 degrees. You know, twisted like so, it was like that. Then the colors actually would match. The vinyl and the label colors would all, there would be like a continuity there. That's what I'm trying to say, I think. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but it's not a problem. Still a beautiful album. And it sounds great. It looks great. And it is great. So there you go. So anyway, Unfortunately, I think I had to add my own polyline sleeve. I had to add my own polyline. I had to make my own polyline sleeve. So for these records, unfortunately, but that's no big deal. It comes with the territory. So there you go. We'll put this back. Album number 1. Here's album number 2. All right. Oops. What is this? Oh boy. I forget what it's called. Sun Pavilion, that's right. Second album, first time on vinyl. It's a re-release. It was originally on a cassette as well, I believe. And actually, this came with a an insert. Just no words on this insert. I didn't even see a catalog number on this thing. So if you lose this, you don't know what album it came from. There's nothing to identify it as something from this album. But you know, it's kind of nice. See if I can get it back in here. Show you the record. Here, I'll tell you what. Let's pull out the record. Sun Pavilion. Here's side A. Side B. If you want to see it, there it is. Beautiful, bluish, greenish, more green, I guess. But it's a really cool color. It's not translucent. It's pretty solid. But it's nice. You know, like Frankie and the Witch Fingers, there are oftentimes there's more than one type of pressing. Sometimes you get 2 or 3 different pressings, different color vinyl pressings of Triptides albums. All right, so here you go. No credits I see on here except for mastered by Matthew Berthet, photography by James Brigman, design and layout by Alex Booley. And so it's weird because there's no credits. I don't think that they're on the hype sticker either. So I guess if you want to find out who plays what, if you want some credits, maybe you can find it in Discogs. I never even checked to see that, if that's the case. But there you go. All right, here, let me take a sip. All right, here's their third album. This is Predictions, and this is a re-release of Predictions. It was actually released with a different album cover. Here you get credits. Anyway, you get credits on the back here, and I'm going to read them to you. Predictions. There's the front of the repackaging, I should say, because it's a totally different album cover, at least in the front. Here's the back. All right. could freeze that if you want, but the it's so small, so I'll just read it to you. Yeah, originally released by Stroll On Records, November 4th, 2013. Recorded by Triptides and John Warlick in Bloomington, Indiana. They've since moved out west. Remixed by Glenn Brigman in Crestline, California. Remastered by Nick Townsend. Artwork by Alex Booley. So, and you got Glenn Brigman on vocals, guitar, and keyboards. Josh Minaj, also from Frankie and the Witch Fingers. He's on vocals and bass and guitar. And Josh Morrow on drums. I think Josh Morrow might have played with Frankie and the Witch Fingers as well, but I'm not certain of that. So, but there you go. Their third album, and it's a great album. All three of these re-releases are excellent pressings and really good music. All right. Okay. All right. I'm glad we got that straight. Here is the Triptides EP, 12-inch EP. Is there a date on here in the back? I don't see it. Yeah, this doesn't have a date on it. So, excuse me. These are all otherwise unreleased tracks, as far as I could tell. And I did actually do a little bit of research after I got those 3 singles. Anyway, it's Glenn Brigman on vocals, guitar, Farfisa, mellotron, bass, and drums. I mean, he's a one-man band, this guy. He's Todd Rundgren. Josh Minaj helps out on vocals, guitar, and bass. Recorded and mixed by Triptides at Sun Pavilion in Bloomington, Indiana. All songs by Brigman, Minaj. And this is a very cool looking album. Or I shouldn't say album because it's not an album. It's a 6-track EP, but look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Colors. So, if you want to see the other side, oh, there it is. All right. Sweet. Really sweet. Yeah, people who aren't into colored vinyl, I guess they would look at this and they'd say, well, so what? But me and Beetle Brad, to be grammatically incorrect, me and Beetle Brad love this kind of thing. So, let's put it back and move on to the 5th record. Their next full-length album. This is Azure, A-Z-U-R, Azure. I would think Azure was A-Z-U-R-E, but it's spelled A-Z-U-R. So, anyway. Another remaster. This was a reissue from last year, 2022. It was released in 2015. This EP was from 2014, I believe it was. So, but anyway, here you go. All right. And it's Glenn Brigman and Josh Minaj all over again. recorded and mixed from the fall of 2013 to the summer of 2014. Okay, and again, another fine pressing. Here's side A. All right, another star. And here's side B. All right. Freaking cool, man. So beautiful record. Yeah, Glenn Brigman. I hope, Glenn, I don't know if you're aware that I'm doing this stuff with your records, but I love this stuff. You and Josh did a great job, and then I know that he's not around on some of the later stuff, but it's great material. They're great recordings. I like what you guys did and what you're doing, and I hope you keep it up. Here's Afterglow. I believe this is another remaster. I think it is. Well, yeah. This is another remaster. It's funny because the previous 3 albums, or 2 or 3 albums, where they told you when they were originally pressed, and then they told you what year it was repressed. I think that this is a repressing, but it doesn't say when it was. I would imagine it was probably in 2022 as well. Afterglow. Yeah, doesn't even tell you on the hype sticker, but these are all details that aren't all that important. So it's okay. And this is a beautiful white pressing. It's got those imperfections, like that little blemish there in the wax, that little black dot. All right, beautiful white album. And there's your custom label for side A. And there's side B. Another custom label. No track listing, so if you need to know what the tracks are, you got to look on the album cover. And I didn't put a polyline sleeve in here because I checked out the sleeve, and it's real soft and it seems very non-abrasive, so I want to let that one slide, so to speak. So, all right, here we go. Afterglow. Was it named after the Genesis song off of Wind and Wuthering? Who knows? Probably not, but I don't know. I have to talk to Josh Menashe or Glenn Brigman. Here's the next album, Visitors. Again, is this a re-release, remastered? I cannot tell. But it's a beautiful album. Beautiful album cover, man. I love checking out the artwork, you know, on any album that I get, but I really love this. whoever designed this, and the, you know, one of the singles that I have is clearly from this same, I don't know, from the same session, but it's got the same artist doing the same artwork. I mean, it's really just beautiful. And the record itself, here, polyline sleeve. And the record itself has beautiful custom labels. All right. There's your track listing on side B for both sides. It's interesting how inconsistent the packaging can be. Sometimes there's a track listing, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's on one label. But it's what it is, and I dig it. I dig this collection a lot. I really love it. Oops. There, that doesn't work. You get download codes on all these albums. Not the EP, I don't think so anyway, but all these albums. All right, so visitors. Cool. Here is the next full-length record. Next album is Estrella Magica. Estrella Magica. I don't know how to say that. An indie exclusive. Estrella Magica. And it's Glenn Brigman with another lady. Here's the insert that came with this. These other albums didn't have any inserts, but this one does. An indie exclusive. I wonder if it's the only one that had the insert. Glenn Brigman is on vocals, drums. You know, it's got credits for each track, so you know it's all different. And some have Samira Winter is the lady, and Glenn Brigman is the gentleman, of course. Here's the two of them, but occasionally you have another guy who helps out. In this case, in one of these songs here, it's a guy, looks like Jason Simon on lead guitar. And if I'm not mistaken, Jason Simon's on later albums as well. I think he is. But anyway, so here you go. You got this great shot, and you got the lyrics here and credits as well, which is awesome. And hey, all right. And of course you want to see the record because it's a indie exclusive, and it's this cool brownish banana vinyl or whatever it is. All right. Side B, there's Glenn. Side A is Amira. I got your soul. So anyway, that's this album. A little bit of a different flavor, a little more Spanish. influence. All right. Winter E Triptides. So there you go. All right, so anyway, moving on to Triptides, Alter Egos. I like this one. I like how the packaging sort of imitates an old, and I did mention this in the last video, it kind of mimics an old Capitol record album from the United States. You know, have all these pictures on the back. I mean, you look at an old Beatles album from 64, 65, and this, you know, this is not untypical of what it might look like on the back of these Capitol, these bastardized collections that Capitol put out. And the record is a beautiful deep shade of blue. See through it. All right. And it's cool because it's funny because it's numbered 1 through 6 on side A, or side 1, I should say. And side 2, it's 7 through 11. So another great album by these guys. Thanks for cooperating. Nice. Nice. And what's this? Triptides, So Many Days. This is was released in 2022 or 2023. 2020. Oh no. I don't know when it was released, but it's relatively recent. Triptides, So Many Days, on black vinyl. It was released on green, which I have not seen, and it was released on black. And I remember seeing In Memory of James Brigman. So definitely Glenn lost a sibling or a cousin or somebody, I don't know. Okay. Again, it's that Capitol Records thing they got going, and here on the B side, it's a custom for Curation Records, custom label for Curation. Real happy with this black vinyl pressing. See? It's a great shot of them hanging out in the mountains of I remember it says where they are here. Recorded in the San Bernardino Mountains by Triptides. Yep. Oh, did want to check out the credits. It's Glenn Brigman on vocals, acoustic and electric guitars, piano, harmonica, sitar. Stephen Burns on bass, lap steel, and electric guitar. Brendan Paleo Lazar. Brendan Paleo Lazar. Drums, tambourine, timpani, bells, congas. So he's your percussion dude. And then Tyler English on pedal steel. Yeah. Oh, Flute on Midnight by Modesta Kobian. So there's a few guests on here to help flesh things out a bit. But it's a good album. Good record. In memory of James Brigman. Sorry, Glenn. Sorry for your loss, man. And interestingly enough, an EP actually preceded the album. It has one track from the album and then 3 more non-album tracks. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Written and produced by Triptides, except A2. Oh, that's a Bob Dylan cover. The track A2. So side A is So Many Days. That's the album track. And then A2, that's the Bob Dylan track, Walking Down the Line. And then B1 is Going Home, and B2 is Free Fall. Curation Records. Nice custom shot. Nice custom labels. Plastic sleeve. Shitty piece of garbage. Got a whole package of those shitty sleeves that rip really easily. Unbelievable. And then here's their most recent album, their last album, Starlight. I just picked this up not too long ago. All right. This is on Curation Records as well. Here's the back. Track listing. All right. And just 2 guys they're showing here, so I don't see a third person in there, so recorded in Joshua Tree, California. Oh, here you go. Here's the back. Or here's the other side of this inner sleeve. So you got 4 guys here. No, I take that back. It's 2 guys with a mirror image, right? It's Glenn. Here, let's see who it is. Glenn Brigman, vocals, keys, guitars. Stephen Burns is on bass and guitars, and Brendan Paleo Lazar. He's on drums and percussion. Piano, as you can see, was engineered by Rob Campanella. Special thanks to Holly, Jeffrey, Eric, Penna, and the Tascam 388. So they're still using that Tascam equipment. I had a 488 and still do, but these guys used a 488 when they were with Frankie and the Witch Fingers, and then they moved up to a 388, whatever that happens to be. I don't know what it is. So anyway, that's the first. That's all the 12-inch records here. But look at this. Look at all these singles. Awesome. So the first three are the last three that I just received. This is Going Under and Outlaw. I think that these are album tracks. I know that there are that these two songs are on one of their albums, but I don't know if they're different recordings. All right, Going Under and Outlaw. This is 317 of 500, and the record itself is in beautiful condition. Mitchell really did me up quite solidly here. Beautiful. Here's Outlaw. And really happy to have this in my collection. All right. And then here's Bright Sky and Darling. I can say for certain, because I did a little research last night, Bright Sky is an album track. Darling is a non-album B-side. All right, here's Glenn Brigman on vocals, guitar, drums, and Josh Minash on vocals, bass, and guitar. This is a 84 of 200, and it's black vinyl. I don't know if there are any color vinyl versions of this. I don't believe that there are, but I don't care. This was released in 2012. Bright Sky and Darling. And Darling is a non-album track, but you can find that track on YouTube. All right. And then there is this split single with Triptides on one side, a song called Set You Free, a otherwise unavailable track. And on the B side, it's side AA actually, Disappearing Ink by Laser Background. And it is an album track from Super Future Montage, according to what it says at the bottom there. So cool sleeve. This is a Stroll On Records. Here, I'm not going to pull it out. Little sticker there, and there's another larger Stroll On sticker in here. Oh, let's take a look at the record itself. Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta show you the record. So here's the record. All right. White labels, the real plain looking white label pressing. Triptides on this side, side A, and Laser Background is the artist on this side, which doesn't have anything on it. So anyway, so there you go, man. Those three singles, that's what I got from Buck D61. And what a great guy, man. This guy, Mitchell. I'm telling you, if you're looking for something, check this guy out. Here's a single from 2014, Clementine and Holding On. Okay, I showed you these before. And this is a yellow vinyl pressing. Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful shape. Custom labels. And there are several pressings. Well, I think there's just two. There's yellow and then there's another one. I guess it's black. I believe that both these tracks are non-album cuts. I believe that's true. That's why I wanted to get my hands on one of these quickly, because they're not on the album. Here is this beautiful funky EP. Awesome. And the record itself is very cool. This actually has Triptides doing a song, Shaman or Shaman. Shaman, I think it's Shaman. Or Shaman. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. And then Frankie and the Witch Fingers does Revival. I believe that Revival is, I believe, an album track, unless it's an alternate version. I never did A-B those tracks. But Shaman or Shaman is a non-album or otherwise unavailable track, as far as I know. Not on any other physical package. And then there's the CC and the Young Sinclairs. All four tracks are great. But of course I got it for this side. Frankie and Triptides. This is awesome. So there you have it. All right. This has that little star on one side, which I find rather intriguing. I don't know if that's part of the package or not. Probably not. Here's the looks like a Birds single. I actually have a single, a Birds re-release. Looks almost exactly like this. Triptides, Can't You See, and Spellbound. And both these tracks are non-album tracks. This is from 2018. All right. Here's oh, did I even pull out the record? I'm getting sloppy in my presentation here. Yeah, I didn't even pull the record out. Here. Can't You See? And Spellbound. It's the similar label. Beautiful. The Birds. All right. right, here is Nirvana Now, and she is dressed in red in this beautiful package. Two more non-album tracks. On Hypnotic Bridge Records. Right? Beautiful. Come on, Doc. Don't give me a hard time. Yes, 2 more non-album tracks. And then here is Heavy Cloud and My Friend. I'm sure you recall the artwork of that one album. Beautiful. Heavy Cloud and My Friend. 2 more non-album cuts. And gather for they were from these sessions. Check out the beautiful custom labels. There's side B with the track listing. All right. And then there's actually 2 more records, but they're the same songs, just different packaging. See Her Light and Call of Creation. Which one is side A? I think it's Call of Creation is side A, actually. Yeah, side A is Call of Creation. And See Her Light. So here's the cool one that you could put in your jukebox if you have one. Oops. Which side is what? Can't tell. Oh, here it is, side A. It's called Creation. Side B, Greenway Records. Side B is See Her Light. It's really cool. Really cool vinyl record. All right, and then this one has different color vinyl, and it's a spindle hole. All right. Call Creation and See Her Light. So you guys, that's it. I got 3 more singles, and I had to do this thing all over again because I just wanted to show you what I got. It's the last one that I will do. And there you have it. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. So I'll see you next time. Bye.